Hi guys. So it really rained here. You can see a little bit of the puddles, and I know that's not very impressive, but you should have seen it. It was wild. The wind was whipping. I swear I thought all my plants were going to fall off and blow around. And I had put Marshall in his little box because he had started to poop in the house. And what was really weird is that he started to he was like biting my toes, and I was like, and which doesn't hurt, by the way, because it just doesn't. And I think he was trying to get my attention so that I would put him outside. Oh my gosh, that tree is down. Thank God it did not fall into the apartment, but that was one of my favorite trees. Oh man. Okay. Anyways, so I put Marshall outside so he could go potty in his box, and Donnie gets home, and I'm like, oh my God, and it started hailing, and I ran out there to grab him, and it's covered, so it's not like he can be like drowned or pelted. So I went ahead and grabbed him, but oh my God, it was like the hail was going to get me. And I don't know, I almost saw Jesus. So anyhow, electricity is out at the apartment, and so I did my exchange right now, which is actually my drain. And I'm glad I did, because it's going to just get darker. And I do have candles, and I do not have a flashlight, because I'm supposed to have a flashlight in my bag so that I am able to do an exchange in the event of an emergency. But in an extreme emergency, then of course you're not going to do an exchange at all. But darkness is not an extreme emergency. And I have had power outages before in pitch blackness, where I used my phone flashlight to make sure that it was lit enough, especially when I connect. Like those 2 or 3 seconds when you're connecting and disconnecting is the most important part, so that you're not contaminating yourself. So I don't know, it was just crazy, but thankfully I got Marshall in, and he kind of stared at me like, mother, but he's fine. And again, if any rain had gotten into his box, he would be totally fine, because it can't be drowned in it, and he can't be pelted. So Smokey, on the other hand, was very interested in the hail and wanted to go outside, which is weird, because usually in the rain he doesn't want anything touching his precious coat. So he's such a baby. I don't know if I said this or not, but I have to drop off the car to Javi's house, because he's going to need to to bring me Charlie in the morning, and his new car isn't quite ready to be out on the street, especially if it's storming like this. If you remember, or I don't know if I even said anything, but on Mother's Day, he called me and said, you'll never believe what happened. And basically the tree that was in front of his house blew over and landed on his brand new car. So that happened, which is terrible and frustrating and worrisome. But thank God that nobody was in the car, right? Because he was just about ready to come over to me with Charlie. So thankfully that did not happen. It's been an interesting couple of months, I would say, because we've been sharing my car. I typically, again, because of the heat, don't go anywhere between 11 and 4. So I don't want to go pick him up from work at 2:30 in the afternoon. No, thank you. So therefore, he's been able to just use my car. And then, you know, there are days where Katie doesn't work, and so he can use her car. And so we've worked it out. But it's kind of cool to have my car back except that I really don't like him driving the new car he got, which is just, you know, it's like your Jesus car, the car that you pray starts and gets you where you need to go, but it's just super cheap and you're thankful you have something. There's a, like, I don't think you can see it on my phone, a funnel. That's wild. I wonder if that's what hit our house, because I swear to God, it was very much like a tornado had whipped through. Is that what a haboob is? Whoa, I better not go too fast here. And then what's weird is if you look to the right, sunshine, or at least clear skies. Yeah, crazy weather in Tucson. It's just the way life is here. I love the rain. I wish it would rain more, except that with the rain and the combination of the rain and heat, it does make the air just really hot and humid. So that's not quite as pleasant. But again, it's not as humid as Florida, but you know, when you're at 109 and you have some humidity, you just want to die. Oh man, the light's out up here, so that's not going to be fun. Last night at the Jam, for about 45 minutes, we did not have electricity either. 4th of July, we had that storm come through, and the electricity went off for maybe a minute or two and then popped right back on, and we were good to go. But last night, it was so funny to see the crowd and how they responded to the outage. Like, I wanted to make sure everybody felt safe and happy. So I just cheered and was like, yeah, you know, whereas then some of the guys started singing and they weren't even a part of our jam, which was really, really funny. Which, I don't know, to me it was just great. It was like a darkness party of just great fun and good people. So it's, I hate when the lights are out like this because I'm never really quite certain what I'm supposed to do. I think I will just go when this person goes next to me, like right now. Because I don't think there's anybody turning. Okay. And I need to pick up Ben. So I'm on my way to do that as well. He went to a movie, I believe. So things are good. I think it's interesting too that the sky is so yellow. Sorry, I'm trying to think and drive, and then Donnie likes to get in the proper lane like a million miles ahead of where it's supposed to be. I'm like, you have 46 miles to turn left. Why don't you just stay in the middle lane? It's the funny, weird things that keep us together, I suppose. I just don't understand it. Because see, like that, he's just going to get stuck in the turn thing. And it's like, no. Especially on Cole by Costco. Oh my God. Like, you could be in that lane for 45 minutes getting all the Costco people to turn. And I'm like, we have 20 minutes of driving. Why are we in the Costco lane? So anyways, I guess we're just different people, which is fine. I hope he's gonna try to switch over to this lane. I don't know. I feel kind of bad for the pedestrians because you can see them scurrying to find a dry place. And I'm charging my phone as we talk because that way when I get home and it's dark, I can go ahead and be charging it. Or it'll be a little bit more charged because I never want to really be on my phone when Donnie's home because, you know, I'm busy hanging out with him. But when there's no TV, then that's a little bit harder. I'm like, are we in the pioneer days? And Charlie, because Katie called me to see if we were okay, and Charlie was upset because he was just about ready to take his nap when the hail hit. And so he was jerked awake and had to deal with that. And then because he really likes to watch cars, so there's no noise, it's just quiet. So anyways, I'm going to let you go so I can concentrate a little bit more on this, because this is a little bit more crowded. Hope you guys stay safe, and just because it's raining outside doesn't mean that you don't drink your water, so get that water in you as well. And have a great night. Stay safe. Bye-bye.